Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back. And if you're new today, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am so excited that you're here. So today is actually a requested video by one of our great friends here, Brenda. She wanted me to do like a whole video on Dollar Tree makeup. So I went shopping and I got all the stuff that I think I will need. There's just a few products that I couldn't find at my Dollar Tree because it's not the best. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, please stick around because we're going to get into all that right now. Okay, I had forgotten that I had taken a clip of me shopping, but the reason why I'm talking here is because I was editing this video and realized there was some type of beauty mode on my phone. I didn't even know that this new phone had that feature, but yes, my skin does not look like that. I apologize. The true, how my skin truly looks like will be at the end of this video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Yeah, I am truly sorry and embarrassed for that. I always want this channel to be truthful so you guys can see, what my true skin looks like. I don't want any filters here, so I hope you guys enjoy the video nonetheless. So I have never done a full face using Dollar Tree makeup. I have purchased things, here and there and tried them out. And a lot of the stuff, were actually pretty good. So I'm pretty excited to try everything in here. Again, there's just a few things missing, but pretty much it's a full face. So I went shopping on January 25th. That's when I went, and that's how long I've had these products. So I'm super excited to be finally trying these out. But it looks like I spent $19, but I had 4 things that were not makeup on this list. So actually, all this makeup only cost $15 and maybe 98 cents. So I got quite a bit in here. So I am really excited to try this out. Like I said, I have seen a lot of videos with Dollar Tree makeup, and a lot of them are pretty successful. Okay, so I was just rummaging through all the stuff, and the only things I'm missing is a setting spray, a powder, and a bronzer. And the bronzer I'm super bummed about because I know I had like 2 or 3 of them because a while back I picked one up and I really liked it. So I think I actually gave it to my niece, or I don't know what I did with it. And another thing, they had it at the Dollar Tree. So I should have picked it up when I was there, but I honestly thought I had 2 or 3 of them. Well, anyway, what can you do? So let's start with, hydrating the lips. And I picked up one of those, I don't know, like a lip gloss or lip balm over there. And it kind of reminded me of the one I get off Amazon. So it looks like this. So I'm super excited to try this out. It just says that it's a easy application with lip brush. So, and it's transparent. That's all it says, and it's by New Color. So let's try this out. And that's not a brush. So that's what it looks like. And there's no real scent to it. Maybe a vanilla scent, slight, but nothing too strong. And it's a very tiny applicator, but it does feel really hydrating. It feels like a lip oil, a little thicker, but it's actually really nice. It's not sticky whatsoever. So I really actually like that. Okay, and for the eyeshadow, I picked up this one here. It's just called Almost Nude by LA Color. So it's just a really nice nude palette. So I think it's super pretty. So let's give this a try. I've actually used LA Color products before. They also sell like a lot of their products over at Five Below. So I have tried their formula before. So hopefully this one is just as nice. And yeah, again, these are just really pretty. The shimmers look really pretty in here. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, and then to prime my eyes, I don't have a eye primer either. So I'm just going to use my one by Milani. Okay, the eye primer's all applied, and it does come like with one of those little sponge applicators, and I actually use those from time to time. I use them to apply like a shimmer or something, so I'm actually going to keep that. And I think I'm going to start with this shade here in the upper corner. So, it is a smaller palette, but again, they're only $1.25, so we're going to really be easy on the formula and the size of the product here, but okay, well, that's applying really well. I didn't use a lot on the brush, so let's see if I go back in and just pack it really good on the brush and just see. Yeah, it's definitely a formula that you're going to have to build up on, but it's blending out not bad at all. Yeah, it's not super pigmented, that is for sure, but it's a nice transition shade for sure. So not too shabby. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so now I'm going to go into, let's see what shade would I like to go into. Let's try this one and just see what it looks like. These two are very similar, so we will try both just to see what happens. So I am going to pack it on the brush pretty good because they are pretty light in pigment. And let's see if it does anything here. So yeah, it's not showing up really well. It's just a very slight difference, if you guys can tell here. And I did apply a lot on the brush. So yeah, they're not super pigmented. So yeah, that did not, provide a lot of color. So let's go into that deeper shade and just see if that makes any difference. And I'm just going to place that on a different brush, really pack that on. And let's see if that will deepen that up any more. So yeah, those are just very light. And maybe if I would have started with the deep shade first and then went over it with that more, I don't know what shade that would be called, more like a coral shade. So maybe if I would have used that second. But yeah, the more that I'm packing it on, it is showing up. It's just very subtle. So not bad at all though. I mean, seriously. And I think I'm going to go above all of that with this shade right here. And it looks like it's almost yellow, when I put it on the brush. So hopefully it's not too yellow. And I'm just going to go above all that and really diffuse that line there and see what happens. So, not too shabby whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not mad at all. It's a very nice palette, if you just want a very subtle, soft look. So this is not too shabby. Okay, let's try one of these shimmers, or maybe try them both. You know how I am. That way we can use every color in this palette. So let's start with this one here and place that, more towards the outer edge. Now, when I do feel them, they do feel a little creamy, but it does also feel like it could become like that hard pan really quick. So just so you're aware of that. And I'm going to, a little chunk just came off. So yeah, they're not very vibrant whatsoever, as you can see. And I have quite a bit on my finger. Maybe if I would have laid some glitter glue, I might get a better payoff. But okay, now the more I'm going more towards the inner corner, as you can see, it's becoming more vibrant. So what I'm seeing with this palette is it doesn't build up on each other really good. So once, if you apply just one shade, it looks like it looks really vibrant and good. But if you try to stack up on it, then that's when it kind of falls apart. Okay, so let's go in with this shade here. Ooh, like that one was super buttery. So I'm going to place that. Now that one is super pigmented. So I'm going to place this in my inner corner and just kind of sweep that across so it kind of blends in with each other. Yeah, it's just not the most pigmented palette that I have, but again, it's $1.25. So what I'll do is just do my other eye off camera because there is a lot to go through here. Okay, so this is what the eye look is looking like. Again, it's not bad at all. Now off camera, I did add a little bit of the deeper shade over here just to deepen that up a little bit. But like I said, these are not bad at all. But I do want to try the sponge applicator and just see if it makes a difference. So I'm going to go into that silver shade just to see. Sometimes, a sponge applicator will just add a little bit more pigment. So let's, oh, yep, see? Yep, I should have done that right from the beginning. So yeah, these are really nice, these little sponge applicators. They're very 80s, I get it, but they are really good for applying like shimmers and stuff. Now you might see like a little bit of chunks coming off here, but I really packed it on. So it's not the shadow's fault. Okay, so yeah, that really did help quite a bit. So yeah, these little sponge applicators are really nice to have. So if you get one in your Dollar Tree purchase, put it aside if you don't like the palette because yeah, they really do help. Okay, so I do have a eyeliner somewhere in this little pile here. So I'm going to have to really dig around here because there's a lot. Okay, so this one is actually by the Tony. I love this brand. I love their lashes for sure. So I'm hoping I'm going to really like this eyeliner. And I got it in purple. I don't know why, but I did, probably because of Brenda. That is her favorite color. So we're going to try this out. You know, it could really add a little pizzazz to this look. So it is a pencil or one of those ones that you have to sharpen, but that's what it looks like. And hopefully I have enough here to be able to work with. So let's see if it's creamy. Oh my gosh, it is. I really thought thought this was going to be super hard, but it's actually quite creamy. As you can see, it's applying very smooth. So I'm just going to apply a little bit here on the outer corner just to create a little wing. And then I'm going to grab one of my favorite little, I don't know, angled brushes here just to smear it out. And I'm not going to go too crazy, but yeah, as you can see, it really smeared out really easy as well. I'm going to have a little cleanup here. Not bad, but you will get the idea. Pretty impressive. Okay, so again, you know, if you see anything by that brand Tony, it just seems like their stuff is just very nice. You know, it's not bad whatsoever. So again, I'm just going to add a little bit on this outer corner. And as you can see how pigmented that is. And again, I'm just going to create a little wing with this angled brush here. I was thinking about this. I'm like, okay, why would I buy Dollar Tree makeup, you know, in a pinch? Honestly, if, you know, I was really on a really tight budget, I definitely would purchase their makeup. As you can see, it's not bad whatsoever. But especially like if I was on vacation and let's say that part of my luggage got lost or stolen and I don't want to go out and buy all this new makeup, I definitely so far would go to the Dollar Tree because I'm having pretty good luck as of this point. Okay, so let's get into, I do have a mascara. I did purchase that, and it looks like it's a pretty full-size mascara. And again, it's by Tony. I forgot, so I'm super excited to try this one. And it's just called a Dramatic Black Mascara and Instant Volume and Thickness. So we will put that to the test. So let's try that out. And again, look how big that is. So let's see what the wand looks like and the brush. Ooh, okay, now that is one big brush here. It kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. one. I forget what that one was called, but it was like just gigantorous. So I am still going to curl the lashes. And I'll come back and we're going to try this mascara here. Okay, let's try out this mascara. And I also have these lashes by Tony. I bought another pair while I was there, but they looked a little bit too, I don't know, full for this look actually. So I'm going to save those for a different day. I think the ones I purchased recently would be great if I had like a no makeup day and just wanted a really dramatic lash. So the ones I'm going to use are these ones here. I use these all the time. I've already cut them down because I know exactly how much I have to take off and everything because I have a drawer full of these. I absolutely love them. And let's try this mascara. So let's see how this works. And there's really not a strong scent either, but this one is absolutely a ginormous. Yeah, so that's going to be the only problem here. I don't want to poke my eye out for sure. So I'm just going to be very careful, but it's definitely creating some length and volume. So if this doesn't smear or anything, this is a really nice mascara. Now I'm just going to apply a little bit because when I apply my lashes, I just have the hardest time going over, you know, if it has mascara over my lashes because they become so long. So this is pretty impressive. That's just a couple strokes. You guys watched that. So what I do is just place that pretty much in the center to start with. And then I secure it on this outer edge here. Just kind of push the lash onto there. And then the same with the inner corner. So I'm just basically pushing that right against the lash line. And they are on. That's how easy those are to apply. Now, I will say that the band is a little thicker, but Yeah, they are super comfortable, but sometimes like that thicker band just makes it a little easier. So this inner corner is giving me a little trouble as usual. And there we go. There, it is all connected now. Okay, so far so good with the mascara. I'm not seeing a huge problem right now. There was just a little bit of fallout with the eyeshadow, nothing too serious. So that is pretty impressive. So I'll hurry up and do the other eye. I'll come back and again, we'll move on with the rest of these products. Okay, so the lashes are all applied. Aren't those absolutely beautiful? They're just very natural. Again, just very lightweight. I love these. Okay, so let's move on to the complexion part of the video. Yeah, this I am a little nervous about. Again, because, you know, the shades are super deep. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I do have this I want to try before we go on. This is called Infused Eye and Brow Duo. So it's just a white pencil here, but I thought this would come in handy. I use white pencils actually a lot. So I'm actually going to place a little bit here at the brow bone. And then I will take a brush, make sure this is clean, and just kind of blend that out there, just to create a little bit of light up there. Wow, that is a pigmented. So, but yeah, as you can see, it really does a nice job doing that. So yeah, very little is needed. Now, this is super pigmented. Now, a lot of people will place this in their waterline too. I don't do that, so I won't be doing that today. And I'm going to place a little bit here in the inner corner because that's what the picture showed. So let's see what that does. Yeah, that just really brightened the inner corner. So I do like these pencils. These are super creamy and very nice. Okay, so now we can go into the complexion. And I'm going to start with, I don't have a pore filler. So what I brought down was my Miss AOA. It's somewhere in this bag. I swear I have the biggest mess going on here. Here it is. Okay, so what I brought down was my Miss AOA pore filler because they didn't have a pore filler there, and I do like, you know, filling that in. And this is $1.88, so that's pretty close to $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to place a little bit in the T-zone. This is a very nice pore filler. I have used this several times, so I am really happy with it. It goes on feeling really slick, like a silicone type base, but it really does a nice job, and it does dry down. So if you ever do pick it up, don't be nervous. You know, it kind of feels oily. It will dry down, I promise. Okay, I did pick up a primer though. So let's try that out. And this is by, I don't know what it says up there. It just says Essentially Ageless Blur Face Primer. So it looks kind of hydrating. Now, the only thing is when it says blurring, it kind of makes me feel like it's going to matte everything down. So I hope not, because I do like a little bit of glow in my skin. So, okay, it is a pink here. So let's give this a try. Hopefully it doesn't remain a pink. So there is a slight scent, scent to that, but it's actually pleasant. It's almost just a little sweet. I'm glad it's not like floral or anything like that. So, yeah, it's not the most hydrating primer, but it doesn't feel really bad on the skin. You can tell it is mattifying it slightly, but it's not drying as of this moment. So let's take a look at the complexion right now and see what's going on. It did blur it down quite a bit, so that's not too shabby as of right now. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so let's try this. Again, it's the same company or brand, whatever this is saying up here. I have the worst sight, so it looks like maybe Be Pure. So this is the foundation here, and it's called Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer, and I got mine in the shade medium. So it says it has hyaluronic acid, works as a light foundation, and acts like a hydrating moisturizer. So that sounds promising. So let's try this out, and let's take a look at the shade. Maybe it's not as bad as we think. So let's place it. That's pretty spot on. Let me place a little bit on the back of my hand. We'll see if it oxidizes. And it's a lot thicker than just like a moisturizer. You could tell that this is going to provide some coverage. So I'm just going to place this all over. And maybe I'll apply like this side with a brush. Okay, let's blend this out and see what happens. Boy, it just looked so much darker in the store than here under the light. So hopefully like in natural lighting, it's not super dark, but I don't think so. I think it's like actually a perfect. So that blended out relatively easy. Like I said, it's a little thicker, but interesting. Let me try my hand on this side and see what happens. It's a little harder, like I said, you know, to blend out, but it's blending out, you know, fine. And I don't know if it's because of the primer, because that primer is a more, I would say, mattifying primer, but that's really going to help. Look at the coverage. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to spread the love on the nose for sure. And we'll see if it's, you know, able to build up on each other. And I'll take a look at the side that I used my finger. So let me just blend this in a little bit. And I think I'm going to use the brush up there only because I always get it in my eyebrow when I don't use my brush. So that's what happens when I do that. Okay, so this is really nice. You guys, if this lasts, and yeah, let's take a look here. Oh, I was not supposed to use the brush. I want to see what it looks like with my hands. I might like it better with my hands, to tell you the truth. This side just looks more even. You know, it's not seeping in the pores as much as this side. This side, I just feel, I don't know, it doesn't look as finished or polished. So, the nose looks really good. Through right here looks really good. So, there is like a slight, I don't know how to explain it, maybe oily feel, just very slight. So I'm just going to place a little bit more on this side just to even things up. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is pretty pigmented. Yeah, I'm really surprised at the coverage. And what's nice about this is that you can shear this out, you know, have a very light application. Like this side looked very light, or you definitely can build it up to a medium. I don't think it would ever reach full potential, but definitely a medium. So, and you get quite a bit of product in here. How much is in here? Like what does it say? 8.5 fluid ounces. So, yeah, that's pretty impressive. So I'll definitely keep a look, you know, keep an eye on this, and maybe at the end of the night, you know, I'll place a picture or a short video just so you guys can see how it held up. I think I'm just kind of speechless right now because it really looks good. So I do have a little bit on the back of my hand. Let's test it for oxidization. So let's see. It does oxidize, you know, slightly, but not, you know, bad. I mean, I have, you know, foundations I spent $40 on that, you know, oxidizes about the same. So yeah, not too shabby, but it does oxidize, you know, slightly. So in my case, I'm actually kind of happy because it was looking a little light. So far, so good. I am really happy. Okay, let's go into concealer. Again, it's by the same brand, the Be Pure. And I got mine in the shade Fair. Again, it says Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. I like that. Hyaluronic acid and benefits, let's see, of an eye cream and concealer. So let's take a look. You know, if it's anything like the foundation, I think we're going to be very lucky here. So this is what it looks like, and that's the shade. And how I think I'm going to apply this is just place a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a concealer brush, and let's just place a little bit on that. And let's see what happens here. It felt very hydrated, you know, hydrating and creamy. Ooh, I really like how that feels. It does feel super hydrating. I can almost feel like the water or hyaluronic acid in there. It's just very, very creamy. I think the shade isn't too shabby at all. Let me just take my finger and press that down. And I will let you know in just a few minutes if you know, if it feels like it's something I'm going to have to set, or if it dries down to more like a matte finish where I don't have to set it, but okay. Oh, I am really going to, I don't even know. I don't know. I almost will be angry if this lasts, long. You know what I mean? I just purchased, how many foundations, to test out that are higher end. And I mean, those were really nice. Don't get me wrong. But for $1.25, you got to be kidding me. When things happen like this, like with Miss AOA, a lot of her products, or their products, I absolutely love. And I'm just like, okay, if they can make it for $1.88, what is, the big problem? What is the excuse of charging a $52, $42 for these products? So I don't know. I'm speechless again. I don't know what's happening here. I really do not know what's happening here. Okay, let's move on. I mean, everything could just melt off in about 10 minutes. And yeah, I could be like, okay, that's what's happening. No. As of right now, I am super happy how everything is looking. I really liked that concealer. I'm really hoping that does stay. It doesn't crease too much. I mean, I might have to set it. I don't mind setting slightly under the eye, to help with creasing because, all concealers are going to crease eventually pretty much, even slightly. So, but everything else is looking really good. The foundation or whatever that is not, settling in my fine lines or wrinkles. Everything just looks very healthy and I don't know. Let's just move on because this is just unbelievable. Okay, I did bring down a cream bronzer. And what I brought down was the LA Girl one because they are the sister product of the LA Color. So I figured, that's how I can justify that. So I'll just apply this off camera because I didn't get this at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so again, I just used the LA Colors Velvet Bronzer. So it looks like this. I really do enjoy this bronzer. I use it more in the summertime because it just, is a better shade match for me. And also it will last for quite some time. So I do like this bronzer, just so you know. Okay, and I did pick up a new blush, and this is like a cream blush. I am a little nervous about this one because I don't want it to really interfere with this beautiful foundation so far. So it just says it's a cream gel blush, and it's in the shade Hypnotize. So I'm just going to shake this up a little bit. I don't know how long it's been sitting on their shelf here. Okay, so I am just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand because that just kind of came flying out there. And it's a beautiful shade. So I got way too much, I guarantee. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it does look a little watery. It feels a little watery. So I'm just going to kind of blend it around my hand and see what happens. Yeah, as you can see, well, maybe not. I was just seeing if it kind of turns blotchy. So let's give it a try and let's hope for the best here. Okay, so far so good. So yeah, it does start drying down relatively quickly. So that is promising. I will know, better in a few minutes here just to see when I look closer to see if my foundation is lifting. No, it doesn't look like it's lifted whatsoever. So far, so good. I thought I was picking up a scent, but no, nothing. If it is, it's just so slight, so slight. Okay, like I mentioned, I don't have a powder from them. I better remove this off my hand or it's going to be everywhere. So what I'm going to use is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I love this powder. It is such a beautiful powder, and it's affordable, and it's close enough to Dollar Tree prices. So I'm just going to place a little bit because I do want to give this foundation a chance, especially through the T-zone. So that's why I am using just a little bit of powder, and I mean, I'm just using very little around the rest of my face, pretty heavy through this T-zone here. But that's what I do with all foundations anyway. And wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. I was trying to be good. Oh, I am such a mess, I swear. Okay, what else do I have by them? I think I've used everything pretty much. I think I just have a lipstick, and I do want to go back into the palette, and yeah, I think I've tried everything. So we're almost done, actually. So what I think I'm going to do is just add just a little bit of this deeper shade on the outer edge here. And I think I'm just going to use their little applicator just to see how that works. And yeah, that works out actually very nice. And, you know, I think using these little applicators, you know, you do get a little bit of extra coverage with that. It's just a little bit more pigmented. And I think I'm going to go into that light shimmer shade and just add a little bit more towards the inner corner here. Okay, I kind of went a little overboard there, but we will get the idea. Okay, so for lipstick, I actually have two shades to choose from, and I do have a lip liner. I don't know if it's going to match, but we're just going to open everything and just see what happens. And these two are by the Tony, and then I picked up this one when I was doing the shopping, and this is by LA Color. So let's take everything out of the package, swatch it, and just see what this looks like. So this lip pencil, let's see if there is a shade. So it just says, I think, Mabasa a Spice. So it's paraben free. It does say fills and defines the lips, and it just says the Bahamas on top. So, you know, really cute. So let's swatch this and just see what the shade looks like. So again, it's pretty creamy. So it's a beautiful shade here. It's almost, you know, has like a little bit of like almost like a purple or deep mauve undertone. So let's see, that's still, you know, in the options here. And then this lipstick by Tony, it's a shea butter lipstick. And this says Africa on it. And let's see, the shade Safari Nude. So it looks like that. And again, these I picked up, you know, a little while ago. And that's the only other thing. Sometimes you go back to purchase something and it's not there. Like these lashes. I mean, I absolutely fell in love with them, I don't know, about a year ago. And then I went back and they were gone, you know, but then they came back. So I really stacked up on them. So, you know, always look, you know, it might come back. So this is the shade here, and let's place that next to, so this feels more like a balm, which is really nice. So that is the shade next to that lip pencil. I might not be able to use a lip pencil, but we'll see, you never know. And then the other shade here is by, again, LA Colors, and this is in the shade Perfectionist. This one is a little bit more of a, I don't know, maybe has a more orange undertone. I don't know. They're all beautiful. So, you know what? Let's just try something. I think what I'm going to do, let me put this one on because this is the one I purchased just so you guys can see what this shade looks like. Again, this is Perfectionist and it's super creamy. No scent. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I don't know, you guys. I don't know anymore. This is crazy. You know, I was so nervous about trying a lot of Dollar Tree makeup. I don't know. You know, I just was. I'm not going to lie. That's why I never really purchased a lot of their stuff. But so far, I am really eating my words here. Let's try this lip liner. Let's just be crazy. So I'm going to just be very careful because this is pretty deep. Yeah, now this lip liner is a little bit more dry than their other products, but it could make it more long-lasting too. So, yeah, this is not too shabby whatsoever. So let me just blend that in, kind of make it more soft. And now let's try this shade here. This one looked really pretty, and I've been just really loving a balm lately. I just feel like it's more comfortable on my lips. I think it's because it's winter, you know, it's super dry. My lips are a little chapped. So, ooh, I love how this feels. This is super creamy. And look at the shine. Now this one has probably the most scent out of everything, but it's not super bad. It's not crayon or anything like that. It's just, maybe it's the shea butter or something in there, but it's very comfortable. I will say that. Okay. There we go. Let's talk about these products. I'm actually blown away. So this is the eye look, which is not too shabby whatsoever. Out of everything, I would say that I struggled the most with the eyeshadow, only because, you know, I just felt like I had to build up on the pigment a lot. But I mean, once it's completed, it looks really pretty. I love this one right here. That's a beautiful shimmer in there. You got to be careful with them. They are a little crumbly, but, you know, I was really digging into these thinking I needed to, you know, after going into the mattes. But I came up with a beautiful look, so I'm not mad at this at all. The primer is so far so good. I actually like it. I felt like it really did help with the foundation to grip. And I don't look super matte or anything. I still have a nice glow going on. And I have powder over my face. So the primer I'm super happy with. I think you guys know how much I'm impressed with this and the concealer that's around this mess somewhere. But this foundation and concealer, I am honestly, I'm telling you, I am just kind of blown away. I think I'm going to go upstairs so you guys, you guys can see this in natural lighting, because this is unbelievable. Yeah, I didn't even set under the eyes with powder, and it has not creased yet, and it's been a little while, so that's pretty impressive. I do like the blush. It's so far so good on that. I wish I would have, purchased maybe a powder blush to go over it. I normally like doing that because, I do want it just a little bit more deep, so I am just going to add just a little bit more blush to the look here. But other than that, it did not lift my foundation or anything. So honestly, I am super happy with everything. I absolutely love this lip balm right here. I really do. The pencil is okay. It's just a little bit more dry than I'm used to. But again, it might, keep my lipstick on a little bit longer. Both of these lipsticks feel really nice on the face or on the lips. And I love these lashes, but that's nothing new to me. All right, I think I'm going to go upstairs so you guys can see what it looks like in natural lighting, because I'm interested as well. But again, this is the final look. Dollar Tree makeup. Okay, and also don't forget, I will be putting in the description box, how this held up. Again, I'm really hoping I remember to take a picture at the end of the night. All right, I'm going to see you guys upstairs. Okay, we're upstairs in natural lighting, and this is what the makeup looks like. I am truly speechless. I mean, it looks absolutely fabulous. I'm about to grab my mom and ask her what she thinks, what she thinks how my makeup looks, because I just cannot even understand this. This is unbelievable. I am just truly shocked. Let me grab my mom. I'm going to ask her. Hold on. Now, my mom won't let me film her, but I said, yeah, if I can ask her some questions. Okay, so how does my makeup look?
It looks very smooth. It's a little bit different shade than you've been wearing, but it blends very well.
And what about the eyeshadow?
Oh, that's really pretty. It's something that I would not wear, of course.
Right.
But it's really glamorous.
Okay, what about my concealer?
That's really smooth. It blends really well, and it's smooth.
Okay, you ready for this? Every single thing on my face is from Dollar Tree.
What?
Every single thing except my eyebrows and the bronzer.
All that high-end makeup.
Dollar Tree. I swear on the Holy Bible.
The one that we go to?
Yes, I swear on the Holy Bible. Dollar Tree.
I would have never guessed that.
So if this lasts all day, I'm going to be...
And the lipstick is real natural. Is that from
Dollar Tree?
Yes. That's
It's like a
really
balm.
natural.
You would actually really love
Yep,
it.
I would.
I'll let you try it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks. That is coming from my mom. She is really good at telling me if something looks too cakey, if it looks too dark. She has a really good eye for that. So you should have seen her face when I told her everything was from the Dollar Tree. I'm still floored. I will definitely be back later just to do, like I said, a picture, a clip or something at the end of the night so you guys can see what it looks like. So right now, what is it? Oh gosh, it's like 4:30, so it's late, but even 4 or 5 hours, you guys, that will be impressive. All right, I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, it's 9 p.m. We made it past 4 hours. Would I like to go longer? Absolutely. But I do want to finish editing this video. I have to work tomorrow. And I do want this video to go out tomorrow. And I also want to apologize. I am so embarrassed about that beauty mode. I truly had no idea that this new phone had that feature. But when I was editing, I was like, okay, my skin is not that smooth. Now, I know that I have up my skincare, but I know, it can't work that fast. And also, I knew that foundation and concealer could not be that blurring. So, yeah, again, I am just so embarrassed and I apologize. But this is what the makeup looks like after 4 hours without any beauty modes on. So, I mean, the blush has faded just a little bit, but I mean, after 4 hours, this is what it's looking like. Dollar Tree makeup, $1.25 makeup. I am floored right now, especially by the foundation. Look at my nose. I mean, I have a lot of makeup still on my nose. I love how the concealer looks, how my eyes, the under eyes look. I do have a little bit of, I don't know, smudging or smearing, and I don't think it's from the mascara because it's not on the top. I think it's actually just from the eyeshadow, just kind of, I don't know, smearing down. But honestly, everything looks fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I do no touch-ups. You guys know that. I just reapply a lipstick. So let me come as close as possible so you guys can really see what it looks like. And it's even blurred through here. And I don't know if that's coming from the Miss AOA pore filler or their primer. Like I mentioned when I was applying the foundation, it felt like it was really grabbing. So it could be possibly from that primer. And I do like that primer because I think that made a difference as well. But I mean, you guys, that is unbelievable. I am so thankful. Thank you so much, Brenda, for having me do this video because I would have never, ever purchased those products had you not recommend this video. All right, well, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you please do me a huge favor before you go, hit that like button. It really does help me and the channel out. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much, and until next time.